Hi there, welcome back to Way2 Tutorials. And now let's check out the means, the tools of detail creation. For the base, we are using these two sections, cross sections, and we are going to create some details in a larger scale, and we will go through the full method which needed to create those small connecting details. The tool itself is called the Cutout detail, and for this to be usable you will need to select a drawing on your already created layout. So first you need, of course, a layout. You will have the tutorial for layout creation in the YouTube playlist. And the next step will be to select one of your inserted cross sections. It doesn't need to be necessarily a cross section. The cutout detail function works on elevations or top views as well, but of course when you have a cross section through the whole 3D model, you will have more minute details about what's going on inside the building. So let's start creating our first detail cutout. Right click and select the option, and now with 2 clicks you will have to create a rectangle around the area which you want to make the detail of. For now, I'm selecting this intersection here. The next step is to specify the location where the detail will be placed. The next step is to define a scale. This is obviously a 1:50, or in our case a 1:20 scale ratio. Now it has been scaled. It's a lot bigger now, as you can see. That's a visual bug, what you see here with the hatches. Right now it's unfortunately it needs a little care from our part, but there is nothing too hard to fix. Now you can play with this detail as much as you want. You can delete these hatches and create new ones, create something different if you wish. You can leave it like this if you want to. The important thing is that from the point where you made the cutout and you place your detail, now the detail becomes a simple line drawing. From now on it doesn't have the smart properties like before. And with this handful of lines you can do basically whatever you want. What we usually do with these kinds of details is that we usually draw the connectors, maybe the bolts, the screws where it needs, just simply in 2D. So for example, I'm using the 2D line section tool with the draw over 2 points, and I'm drawing a 20 centimeter long screw, wood screw here. Just like this. Yes, I'm going to create a hatch over it. Okay. And that's it. Maybe give it a shade so it's more visible. You can mirror this screw by selecting the mirror command. Select a plane or the mirror line. My element here is a 15 centimeter one, and I divide it by 2, making it a negative parameter. Create a copy, yes, and now I have those 2 screws in my detail. You can create labels by using this tool, text/label. The first one is a text with arrow. This is what we need for the labels we want to use. Let's select maybe 16 standard. And this thing is called a knee brace, which is, I don't know, I guess it's a 15 by 15 centimeter. And this is our stud. This is also 15 by 15. And maybe a purlin. We should do that as well. And of course, we need to put a label on those screws too. Let's say wood screw. You can search the diameter symbol here. Yes, 7 millimeters diameter and 200 millimeters long. And you can copy this text and put it over here. Yes, and this is looking pretty good. This is a simple detail drawing. We can make a title here. Detail A with a 1:20 scale ratio. And of course, you can make a little circle indicating where does this detail belong to. No hatching. Okay, and put a label on it. Detail A. And now we know what belongs where. As you can see, you have to select this detail just like the other drawings, because this counts as an individual drawing. If I want to reuse these connectors, these screws for example, you can select it and save as element. Give it a name, wood screw, select the group where you want to put it, or let's create a new group. Details. Save it, and if you want to use it on another detail, let's create another one. Now using this drawing, cutout detail, define the rectangle and place it somewhere 1 to 20, and now you have this small detail. I'm moving it. Let's put some labels. And now I want to use the same screws as before. So insert 2D element, details, as you can see, the group filter now is here, which I created. And here is our wood screw. Insert. Put it down and rotate. Like this. Move again. Select, separate element, and you should define the distance where you want to stretch it. Let's create a parallel line, maybe 10 centimeters. Yes, and it should come here. Now the exact length should be measured. And now this is a 28 centimeter long screw. Let's put a label on it. Wood screw. Let's reuse the diameter symbol. 280 millimeter long. Of course, you can put dimension lines on the elements. Yes. And now our detail starts to look like a perfect detail drawing. So this is in general all you need to know about creating details in Cutout softwares.